expand it, and that's what we did.
So how long did it take for you to do what we saw at the place the other time? How long did it take?
Pressure. I think it took, it's been like a year, like 2 months. A year.
Wow.
A year and 3 months, yes.
A year and 3 months?
Yeah, we've been building since July last year.
Wow, that was fast, yeah. Okay, so take us on a tour through the entire facility. What do you have in there?
So I think when you come from the gate to the reception area, so you first go through the reception, there's the main studio, which is the bigger one, whilst you walk through the corridor. Then there's a lounge, and all these are on the first or ground floor. So you go to a lounge, then there's a rehearsal studio, there's a kitchen, there are 6 washrooms downstairs, which are 3 male, 3 female. There's a server room, and then there's a storage, and this will be on the ground floor.
Wow.
And then you go to the first floor, you have the recording studio, which is different from the main studio. And then you would have a media room, which is a control room for the MCR. And then you would have 2 other washrooms there, plus the sound, lights, and screen control room too, which is also separate.
Okay.
And then I have an office there. I have 2 staff offices, and then a bedroom, a kitchenette, and all these are on the first floor. Then you go on the last floor, which is a 4-bedroom unit.
Wow.
That also adds up to the 1-bedroom unit. So in total, we have 5 bedrooms in the entire building. But then one of the bedrooms is a huge one. So we created a dormitory kind of feel for it. So depending on how many people are coming with a team or the group that needs to stay behind or something, they will have a place to stay to work.
And that's the hostels?
More or less, yeah. So we have what we've done is we have the big one that would have bunk beds and everything. And then we have single rooms too that would be maybe like you have an artist, he can share a room with his team and all those things, and have his privacy as well.
I also saw a podcast room of a sort set up like that.
Yes. So one of the studios, the recording studios, what we've done is it's not static. So we created it in a way where it can be turned into podcasts, it can be turned into the studio itself. Even the main studio, we are able to set it up to even do photography sessions, name it, anything media related. Again, like you can do TV show recordings, everything. We've set it up enough to be able to handle anything that has to do with the camera or anything visual.
Amazing. Are you looking forward to maybe starting a podcast yourself?
Probably yes, in the future. I think it's in the pipeline. I feel like I just wanted to put a few things together before I start. I don't like talking plenty. So.
I know, right?
But then I think it's time. I mean, I feel like it's time to be able to also share a few of the thoughts and ideas and some of the things that are in my head. Yeah.
Is there a TV channel in the offing?
Yeah. There's probably a TV, radio. We're looking at all that.
Wow.
Joe,
Doreen Avio wants to talk to you.
Hey, Joe. This one there. What kind of brother is this?
You're lucky that you're an they have abandoned
Joe, I can never do that. I am so proud of you. I am so happy for you. And for me, it's not even about anything. It's the fact that you have created jobs for people in this industry. Yeah. Because I cannot count, but even listening to, what you have just said, the places, the kind of things you've actually, I was not there, but looking at it in a video form, I'm looking at close to over 20 people even working at that place.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
So you're looking at administrative staff, maintenance staff, technical staff. It's quite a lot.
Good job. Good
job.
Good one. I don't know. I was telling Kwame, it looks like you're probably the only artist in Ghana who has put something like this together.
That's what we know for now.
That's what we know for now.
Oh, I mean,
Joe,
I think there's few.
let's not sugarcoat
Take your
it.
flowers.
Take your flowers. Let me add roses. Should I add white roses?
Hibiscus
What should I add to it? But this is it. It is what it is. And I like to say congratulations to you. This is very beautiful. And I pray that we all have this mindset. You have started, you've opened that door, and I believe that you've given people that inspiration to do more of these.
Yeah, Joe, there was a question that was asked during the soft launch on Saturday. That's whether you allow other artists to come and record there.
I knew you were going to ask me that.
Secular. You said yes. Yes.
Yes, but then, like I said, we also have like our moral conduct, which we believe certain things might not be allowed if it's extreme. But then we're not restricting anyone. We're not restricting anyone. It's a creative space, and so anyone is allowed.
I am bringing Raskuku to come and record there. Raskuku would love to record there. How about that?
We are working. Why not?
Joe! We are happy for you for this particular. Okay, Adam Mensah is here and wants to ask a question. Adam.
Sure.
Joe, congratulations.
Thanks, boss.
I was there yesterday on Saturday to see it myself, and I tried the drums and the keyboard, and I really played well with the keyboard when it was off.
He didn't play. He tried.
and I must say that I was telling you that this is a wonderful and magnificent work, and I really love the fact that you've invested in the industry you ply your trade in, and I think this is creating so many opportunities across for everybody. Yesterday, the Minister of Tourism, Culture, Arts and Creative Arts visited your premises. You were there. How was the visit to you?
Oh, it was a good one, and it was encouraging. I mean, she was like, no, once she saw it, she wasn't going to sit back, and so she came to encourage and came to more or less like support me and also comment for what we're doing to adding to the creative space. So it was a good visit. It was a really, really good visit.
I mean, do you think that there is a certain enabling environment which should be created for people like you who have, invested in the space? Do you think there is something which goes beyond you that it will be better the government comes in to create that environment for you and the likes?
I feel like, we've been able to do this. I mean, I'm one individual, and it's very sure that if it was a government project, the government can do a much bigger space than I have. But at the same time, like I said, sometimes the individual needs to do it for the government to see it possible, and also, if possible, sometimes if we had even systems that could allow government to even support initiatives like this, it would be great, which I'm sure that's part of the reasons she also came to say, I have their full support, I have their backing, if anything. But the business is not just a straitjacket like that. Things happen. You have dealings with governments, you have dealings with institutions. And so for me, I think it was a good endorsement. But I'm praying that moving forward or going to the future would have beyond individual investments, governments coming through and also even doing more to be able to expand the creative space.
All right. Thank you, Joe Mettle. So can we say that the facility is officially open? We can now come in.
Officially open.
Very good.
Open.
Very good.
You go on our socials, you get all the details, contact numbers, booking links, everything. And then
you have a website or social media handles?
Website is still in process. It's part of the reasons we called it soft launch, because there are a few things that are still coming up. But then our social handles are up. Reverb Studios GH. You go to Reverb Studios GH. You should be able to get all the details in it.
Thank you very much, Joe, for this.
Thank you.
And wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Great. Okay, so Joe Mettle right there, and he launched his Reverb Studios. And at Sowutuom over the weekend, some of us were there. Adam Mensah was there. He tried to play the drum. He tried to play. Martinez, good morning. How are you? You good?
Yeah.
You were not at the soft launch.
Yes.
At the, Robert was there later. No. Yeah, you came. I think I saw you. No, I didn't see you. But you were there. I know you were there.
Yeah, at the hard launch.
After we were done with the songs.
Robert, who had you?
I didn't see this coming.
And there's a lot of CDs.
Rob, good morning. How are you?
Morning.
Nice. On Saturday, I think you touched on it on Showbiz Review Extra. Let me start with you, Martinez. What do you make of this whole investment by Mettle?
Kwame, this is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched the video early this morning, and I was shocked. Yes, when I heard he's opened a studio, I thought it was the normal studio types. But, I mean, I understand why they're saying ultra-modern. And look, this is our version of Tyler Perry kind of studio. And we need to...
Adam, good morning.
Yes,
he said Tyler Perry and I said good morning.
Thank you.
He didn't say Tyler Perry.
TP.
Please continue.
We need to commend him for that.
Yeah.
Yes, this is huge investment. Very, very huge. We know most of the musicians have studios at their homes. I mean, private ones where they do their own stuff. But this is, I mean, open to the industry in general.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a way of boosting the industry. It's a way of creating opportunities, especially for, up-and-coming talents who actually need a space to, explore. And this is not just getting to the recording studio and just record and go, but, there are other set of, studios that you could learn basically everything about music. And that alone is highly commendable. It's a win for all of us. Listening to what the minister said, I think it is something government should take a bold step and then use this as an example that they can do it. Because a lot of promises that has come in, and we are yet to see, some of the, especially the ultra-modern studios and all of this is an individual. I don't know why this is so difficult for government to do it. But the way sometimes we encourage the musicians that, look, if we are to sit back and then fold our arms and wait solely on government, it may delay. And in fact, so we have to wake up and then do it ourselves. And the likes of Joe has set that example because he is a big cat in the space. And he has set that record that, look, you need to invest back in where you trade so that at the end of the day, it will make sense. Because this is what made Joe Mettle who he is. And so it is fair, it is prudent that you invest and then give back. And at the end of the day, it's also a business opportunity.
Of course.
So it's not just for him, but also for the system itself. One way or the other, promoting it, you're also making some gains from it. And look, I look at this thing and I see Joe having an international kind of,
media company.
I feel there's a project like that because if you are bringing someone from, US or UK or outside Ghana into the country, you're very comfortable. The person is going to really have a good time and they have a good production. It's not all the time we have to travel outside. The musicians have to take their music to Germany, to UK. We are proving that we have the men. So now you can also bring them here. And at the end of the day, still come out with the very best. So congratulations to him.
Yeah.
This is worth emulating. It's a good example. Yes, you make your money, it's your money, but you need to invest. At the end of the day, you reap it yourself. You benefit.
Great. And I asked a question about whether we should expect a television station or channel or something. He said yes. TV and radio. And even with a podcast studio, he intends maybe in future also doing podcasts from there. Robert Clark.
Yes.
Yeah, this is real investment.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you saw things for yourself. How did you feel? How did you feel when you got there and you saw the edifice? You entered and you saw the Hello, Ashes.
Yes.
Good morning, sir.
He came and Adam has already welcomed him beautifully.
Look here,
Rom, how did you feel when you entered the space?
It was great, very good, and you could see that is an entrepreneurial spirit that basically doesn't show any signs of relenting. Constant investment into his works, first of all from himself, and now he's gone beyond himself. He's looking at environmental impacts, and he's looking at some form of legacy to be able to make conditions conducive for people coming to be able to benefit from whatever top-notch or state-of-the-art experiences or that can be curated from that particular platform. And I'm quite happy for him and for every other person within the space, because we've been crying for stuff like this, and sometimes it's more or less like nothing they happen. And again, it's I'm looking at it, and I clearly can see how what it means for people to invest if you can ask them to invest. If you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So for someone like this, imagine if Joe Mettle now puts down another project and says, "I'm looking for investors." Already you will begin to trust that he will translate that money into its physical equivalence. And so if he's able to establish clearly how money is going to come in, then you can get investment. So these are people who are building investor confidence. And I think that, we need to give him all the support and all the applause he deserves. Kudos. And we need more of such things. People to go beyond with themselves.
Awesome.
I mean, it's great.
And what do you make of the visits? The Minister of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts was there with some of the officials of the ministry as well. What do you make of that?
I think that, it's good for them to come around, to come and see what people are doing by themselves. And so what it means is that this us, we are doing this for ourselves. If you're going to do for us, you have to do more than we are doing, because this is our might.
Yeah.
And our might is like, widow's
It's mighty.
might. No.
Okay.
Yours is probably bigger, so, but then again, see how long it took him. It was less than 2 years, all right? So a year and 2 months, he said. So let's just say a year and a half.
Yeah.
So if they want to really do something, they can do it.
Exactly.
That kind of stuff. And so amphitheaters, etc., that have been waiting, Charlie, they should put it on the highway and put some fast wheels underneath it and give it some speed, so that we can get these things coming out quickly. If they want to, if they want to get it done, I'm sure they will get it done. Once the wheel is there, there's going to be a way. And in that case, they have wheeled way and money. So, ours, we have the wheel, but then the money no day. So, so Charlie, I think they just need to, Charlie, jump into the space. Yeah. And you see, clearly, you see how Joe Mettle is able to uncover an area of interest and relevance to the industry.
Sure.
Sometimes these are not the things we discuss, but when you have that stakeholder conversation, you would uncover a lot of things that are necessary for the engineering of growth and development of the industry. And it's not necessarily on the surface. Sometimes you look at the low-hanging fruits. Oh, let's do this, let's do that, let's bring money here. No, there are some key things within the space that you can focus on. And I think that stakeholder conversation is very necessary. People need to be able to give input for the growth and development of the industry, and we need to jump at this together all collectively. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Robert Clark.
Yeah, I think that this is a very wonderful project. I was there. I looked at the quality among artists and the vision. I see a very bigger picture, and I think that Joe Mettle has nailed it. Looking at the point that he even thought of people when it comes to studio among artists, people can record into the night, into midnight, into the next day. So he created some rooms, about 5 bedrooms, then a hostel. At times some people will come with a team, so that you can have a place to lay your head and at the same time record. That is a very smart investment, because
when you go and record with Empress, you can have a place to lay your head.
Of course, it's an amazing, work, and it goes even beyond just the music. Live recording for TV shows, I didn't take more people in there, and the screens, the lighting. I went to all the rooms, even including his office. I think he's really done a good job. And I also want to say a very big up, or I mean, me kind of say more piaful, to Kofi Pepra, Kofi Kakari and his brother. They designed the whole edifice you see there. I mean, this is an amazing work, and I want to say big up to Kofi Pepra, Kofi Kakari and his brother for this wonderful design. I mean, the building is very beautiful.
Very.
I mean, one as a chino, I mean, it's beautiful. I mean,
Architect.
so big up.
Creative arts connoisseur. Yeah. All right, Nana Poku Ashes. Joe Mettle has put up this edifice for us, for the industry, and for himself. What do you make of it?
Yeah, it's a good project. In a space where we need quality. I would emphasize on the word quality again. For him to have gone out of his box to put in hard-earned investments, not even knowing what's going to be the outcome, but he's done it from his heart. And just like you that have gone there are telling us it's a beautiful edifice, it should tell you that a lot of money must have been sunk into that project. And the cement you're saying, block you're saying, it's not easy. He's not getting any funding from government or the creative arts space. This is a one-man project that has been done and done well. He needs all the applause we could give him. And we would ask, just as the sector minister went there, I'm sure she saw that money has been sunk in.
Exactly.
And if there are ways they can meet him halfway, in a certain way, because you see all around the world, projects like this spring up individually. But in our side, it is difficult. Really, really, really difficult for the young man.
Holidays.
That's what we're saying. I mean, there are things that we ask for in a space that we're not getting.
Sure.
So if people are individually doing it by themselves, one way or the other, the government has, must find a way.
True.
To support that individual. Just like Adam said, there are tax waivers and other things that would support us and make it quite easy for others to also decide to want to build such edifice for the space. We were promised something like this. I remember Okrukuman this time, there was this big argument about a studio or Tramodern studio. People won't beat themselves.
You say they withdrew that particular promise because people didn't like the industry.
That's why I say they won't beat them.
They say, yeah. They say they like them.
Yeah, so, they jump on them. They say that's not what we need. Okay, you say then you go build amphitheater. Make you not continue.
You are on the floor.
You don't go talk.
Are you done?
Get up, like you're on the floor.
You are on the floor. You're not done talking.
I'm really on the floor.
But make her talk something quickly. Please, this no disrespect to anybody.
Yeah.
When we say Tyler Perry Studios, no, it's just I just remembered what Martinez said. I beg, just so that when there's money, we can get a Tyler Perry like studio, so that we don't assume that this one is equal to that. You understand? Let's praise.
But see, in reality, what Mark proposed, even I was against it initially because I felt, nah, come on, that's not what we need. But at one point, I changed my mind.
How they put it across?
Oh, it's not about how it can't be put across in any way. It was a vision, so it was put out by him. Him being a part of our music world. He thought about it like, we need quality. Our sound is poor in so many ways. And if we have it, these young boys can go in there and record with professionals. And then it would enhance the sound that we have in our space. Like I'm saying, initially, I didn't buy to that idea. But after a while, I thought it was a great idea because, see, countries like Senegal, countries like Gambia, a couple of countries have it. Their governments invest in their space. And it yields results one way or the other. So a country like Ghana where we have a lot of young chaps so much attracted to the entertainment space, it would have done something, I am sure, not defending Mark, but I'm sure that from public opinions and the way we scrutinize the thing, from the top, it was kicked down. that really and truly that's not what we need. So let's move on to another thing. The amphitheater, last time I was having a conversation with somebody very close to him, and I was telling me that he, as the sector minister, the deputy, didn't have much power. He had the vision, he wanted to do it, but he didn't have the resource. He fought for the resource so many times, and he didn't get. So what thing you go do? Make you use your own money, do them. Make people put it there. We find how you go do them. So we love Joe for doing this. Nasi has done something like that already. Let's not forget the other people in a space who have similar projects. Just that they didn't launch it or nobody made noise about it. So you probably don't. But there are others.
Okay.
There are others that have, such edifice. This is Joe Mettle. He's in our space, so we'll give him all the flowers that he deserves.
All right, Daybreak Hitz on Hit 103.9 FM. You can send your comments and your questions to 054-8841-039. Martinez, we have another story. So
quick one. Just talking about studio. Let me also mention Prophet Joseph Atara. I don't know if you were at his launch.
I wasn't.
I think Adam was there.
Okay.
He also has a studio recently launched. Also open to everybody.
I know his place, but it cannot be compared to this one.
A studio.
We're not talking about just a recording studio.
Yes, a studio. But
what Joe Mettle has put up there.
The one the government couldn't do.
Hostels.
But I'm also touching on it. I mean, he also did his own studio.
During next story.
Yes, the one the government couldn't do.
Our next one says that we want change, but we are not ready for it. This is coming from Juliet Asante to Ghanaian filmmakers. Now, president of the Black Star International Film Festival, Juliet Asante, has cautioned Ghanaian filmmakers that while many are calling for transformation in the industry, few are willing to embrace the mindset shifts required to make that change possible. Speaking at the 10th edition of the festival in Accra, Juliet Asante highlighted what she described as one of the most pressing challenges holding back the growth of Ghana's film in the sector, which is resistance to change. According to her, the festival has over the years built connections with distributors, funders, and international partners, and has played a critical role in opening new markets for Ghanaian films. She also revealed that the festival is finalizing a partnership with the Ivory Coast that will see selected Ghanaian films premiered there, a development she described as a golden opportunity for local filmmakers. And this is what she said. Oh, Kwame, should we play the audio?
Yes.
I think we should play the audio.
Yeah, okay.
One of the major issues we face, we say we want change, but we don't want change. Right? So, for instance, look at this conversation that's happening here. We have people that have flown in from China, from Nigeria, Ivory Coast, Ethiopia, US. They are all here. And where are the people who... They say they wanted these people. It's not even about me. They've brought the business, right? Sinikita is here, Majestic is here. They are saying we want to take your films to Ivory Coast, and you are a filmmaker, and this opportunity is here. You are not here. Now distribution is here, distributes all over Africa and globally. Wants the film. And already business is happening here. Peter is already, making a deal. Chi, who flew in who did the first action Nigeria, really action film, is here. He's going to collaborate. So those who are here, business is happening. So I think we need to start putting there's a saying that put your money where your mouth is. We need to start putting our money where our mouth is. If we want real change to happen, we need to start having the hard conversations. We need to start showing up. We need to start having intellectual conversations. The agenda is that within the next 2 to 3 years, we want to take a number of Ghanaian films, only the filmmakers that are ready, and try and use those films to penetrate French Africa.
And so that's Juliet Asante, who is the president of the Black Star International Film Festival. She is a former executive secretary of the National Film Authority, and she's saying that we want the change to happen in the industry, but we are not ready for it. Adam, are you ready for change?
Certainly. I think what is mostly constant is change, but at times people are not ready for the change because it comes as a way of not usual. So they have to change their ways of doing certain things among others, and it becomes a challenge.
They want the change, so they have to change their ways.
You understand? So something like the film fan among others, like if you look at the creative art act, which has a film, the creative art fund, and if you look at some of the sources to the fund, a levy is one, where a levy will be put on events and other things. You see that as soon as the levy is introduced, it go coming. But we want the development. But when it comes to readiness, some way, when I remember the time Socrates and his people came out with some statement about saying
what?
Movie now, authorization. Oh.
The classification.
I mean, some of the comments some industry people were passing, but at the end of the day, if you look at a bigger picture, for what? For sanitizing the system. However, I mean, people who want to see a lot of standardization in the industry, among others, will be the same people who will be criticizing. Now, it makes it difficult for that implementation to take place. I mean, we need to, because where there are standards, there are rules and certain guidance. So we need, as a people, we need to be psyched up for changes so that we will be able to, I mean, get where we want to get to. If you've gone to creative arts meetings, Charlie, it no be easy. If the organizers no close, we no go end. This one go talk this, then, and anytime there is an introduction of a certain change, how is being accepted becomes a way. So, I mean, as an industry, we need to have that mindset, because if we want to rock shoulders with those who are up there, I mean, Americas, UKs, among others, there are a lot of commitments and sacrifices we need to make to be able to achieve that thing. So, I mean, what she said is something she has experienced. I mean, she's, aside being a stakeholder, key stakeholder, she has held a leadership position before. And she really has that experience, and I'm sure she's speaking right from experience.
Robert, is it true the industry stakeholders are not ready for change?
I think you need to understand things from her perspective, and the context that she shared is quite clear. There are so many people have asked for many things that are absent within our space, and the lack and deficiency that exists, you would think that people within the space are eager and willing to go beyond the regular steps to be able to achieve the kind of change they're looking for. So what she is saying is that the festival has brought down people, real connects in the space of distribution, because we've had conversations about distribution. A few weeks back, we've had, this back to back, we've had several folks talk about distribution. And there are people who came down and have connects into Francophone Africa. Now, mind you, 54 African countries, 29 of them are French-speaking, which means that is even in the majority. And 21 out of the 29, they have French as their lingua franca. So when you have connects come down for this purpose, you would think that people are going to be very smart and eager to want to connect and be a part of that. She also spoke about connect from Nigeria, like different places. Like people have flown in just to be able to engage industry stakeholders in our space, and to her surprise, people didn't turn up. And so she's just...
That's the premise of a statement.
Exactly. And that's why she's saying that, we want change, but it looks like we're not ready for the change. Because even when the change has come to your doorstep, right in front of you, available for you to be able to interact. You're not even supposed to go look for these folks in China or in any of the other countries that they flew from. They are here. But where are you? You're not here to meet them. And that's her cause for worry. And I think that she has a strong point. I mean, we've had several of these things happen, even at the Ghana Music Awards, when we have, seminar sessions, and you would have people come in, international folks come to engage, and sometimes you don't see, some of the industry stakeholders available. And I've seen this again, I think, was it last year or last 2 years, or something on a movie summit. I think you were one of them.
The summit?
Yeah, it was at the, was it Moving Pick?
Was it not the same thing?
I think the different one.
The one that
thing.
This was at the moving pick.
Okay. The one that brought Idris Elba.
I think so.
Yes.
You were even there.
No, the last year.
Yes.
The one we went to.
Yes.
I met you there.
Yeah. There was one. Yeah.
It was the.
It was like a 4-day
Africa Cinema Summit.
Good. It was like a 4-day project. Yeah. I learned quite a few things on that particular platform when we were discussing, distribution and solid stuff. And again, you would still have, a lot of people not present. And so I can understand where she's coming from. And sometimes when you want to follow these things, it becomes a bit frustrating. But I like the fact that she mentioned that some people were present and they were immediately striking deals. And I'm just praying that those things become fruitful so that becomes, the path to show in a way. I think that we need to also understand that when it comes to an industry, people who really want change, it can be everybody, but
is her example enough premise to draw a conclusion that the industry people are not ready, just for the fact that they're not present at that event? Most of them were not present there. Is that enough reason to conclude that industry people are not ready for
that is her belief.
Change?
That's her belief.
Martinez, what do you make of Juliet's statement? The fact that she thought because people did not attend the festival to maybe network and get all the deals that could avail themselves to them, they're not ready for change. Do you agree?
I think it's in a contest. Yeah, maybe from where she stands. That's how she sees it. But if it's a general assertion for the industry, I disagree because not long ago.
It's not general. So Robert has laid the context. The fact that she was making reference to the fact that people did not attend the festival, okay? And it's a very common thing in the industry. You hold these seminars and then you don't see the people there. The last year one Robert's talking about, we were there. Most of the people, media people, were there to engage, to learn a few things. But the industry, the film industry people you thought would be there were not present. And so Juliet's statement is premised on the fact that most of the industry stakeholders were not present at that event. And so, by that, they are not ready for change. So, let's keep it in that context.
I know. That's why I said it's in a context.
Yes.
That's why I said I said that earlier on. And I'm saying that it's because of where she stands. But if it has to do with the industry being a general assertion, then I disagree.
Okay.
Yes, I was very clear on that because I was even going to the fact that not long ago there was a film summit which even Martin Nkrumah and co were there.
Yeah.
So that also signals the love change. My point has to do with the publicity, how some of these informations, are given out or disseminated because the people might not know. I don't know those that handle some of these things. But I think the publicity wasn't enough for me. That's how I see it. Because
the Black Star International Film Festival.
Yes, I think the publicity was
it.
Although
we interviewed one of the.
That was a day before it started.
That's a day before it started.
Yes.
So
yes, he was supposed to come to the studio,
but
and then. He said he had forgot.
Yes, Kwame, we normally talk about. You see, when it comes to these things, we've been highlighting on the fact that we need to ensure enough publicity or promotion. We need to make the talkability or the noise about it, very strong, because a lot of people might be on their daily duties, activities, projects, and all of that. In as much as we've always been querying people for stakeholders for not going to such programs or events, we must also understand that this is very, very crucial when we are dealing with stuff like this. For me, I didn't even know about the actual day. We've heard of the Black Star experience, but I think the noise should be more. That is even not long ago. Leila Johnson was on the show when you guys spoke about even her industry mixer coming up and all of that. People, yes, it is very good. It helps the industry because there are a lot of opportunities, connections, and all of that, which we need. Because I always say that sometimes you may not get the opportunity to travel to UK to meet that person you want to meet for collaborations or projects. So one way or the other, if the person happens to be in the country, like the way Recording Academy Boss came to Ghana. It's an opportunity as a stakeholder or a creative to get in touch. So I understand from that perspective. But then we also need to ensure enough publicity for some of these things so that the message will be very clear to everyone. But to draw a conclusion that we are not ready for change, Juliet is a heavyweight in the space, and whatever she says carry weight, especially once she was in charge, she was also in charge of a government office or government position. If you say we are not ready for change, it sends a strong message to, investors and government. But then I think it goes beyond just meeting and connection. We are talking about ultra-modern studios, cinemas, all of these things. Very, very important facilities to help enhance the game. You understand? So for me, this shouldn't be the basis for her to draw conclusion that we are not ready for, especially when there has been another seminar where the stakeholders or the filmmakers were there to share various ideas and all of that. So it's a balanced situation. Yeah. But we need to attend some of these events. It's very, very important. I mean, once the opportunity is created, we need to capitalize on it.
That's a good point made, Martinez. The Ashes. So Juliet is talking about the fact that people did not attend the Black Star Film Festival. A lot of the people she thought would be there were not there to connect, network, and all that. And because of that, she thinks that industry people, we want change, but we're not ready for the change. Do you agree to this assertion?
I think Martinez did justice to the subject in a way.
Yeah.
How did the people manage to get into the other seminar or symposium or something that they organized? It means some form of publicity was done right. And it trickled down to everybody, and they made time for that particular seminar. How come her seminar or the other one organized by her team or whoever did it, people did not really hear much about it? Yeah. If the information to the people is not disseminated very well, I'm not sure by just a wind of chance, people just wake up and say they are going. No, people also want to feel a part of what you're doing.
Yeah.
They want to feel special in their own ways. You invite them and then they show up. Then, something would happen in that context. But then again, in the context of she saying we're not ready for change, to me, I think it's broader than just the seminar. Maybe she's looking at something that we are all not paying attention to, not just the invitation, but in terms of structure, in terms of progress. That I would understand that we as an industry are not really ready for that change. Our visions when it comes to going to the next level seems to be a bit behind. So if that, in that context, is what to me, I'll define as we are not ready for that kind of change, because it's been over and over. We staying at one place, and if you don't try to expand your territories, if you don't try to broaden your horizon by trying to understand the industry in which you operate in, right, and what would actually propel you to the next level, then you really are not ready for change. And that is where we as an industry are. We seem to do the same things year on and year on, right? The reason why we all went to schools, right, is to get the educational aspects of life. Not just the theoretical part of it, the practical sense in what you went to learn. You'd apply it in going forward. So it enhances you and your nation, right? But I think the industry is so stagnant to the things they know. We are not ready for that kind of change. We're not ready, because if we were ready, trust me, the government would have taken us serious by now.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
I'm just putting everything together and thinking about it. Would you say the person organizing the program and throwing out the invitation has influence in determining who attends the program?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
So
we are in a pick and choose environment.
Right now, I'm just trying to say, okay, so who are the people behind the festival? as compared to the people behind
the NFA
summit. Summits. Like, if you have a certain Ivan together with his outfit, reaching out to people to attend a program. And we know Ivan's weight from, anybody who's a star. Like, like there are quite a number of people, like quite a number of the stars he's worked with and all of that. In comparison, what does it mean? I'm just trying to understand.
Let me help you with an answer. We are in a pick and choose environment, right? If a charter house is organizing a program, right, and then invitations are sent out, if another entity, which is not as stronger as charter house, is organizing the same program and invitations are thrown out, the likelihood that the people who attend charter house is quite heavier. That's how we are pick and choose people. Everybody wants to affiliate to where they think success is. We are not the type that would want to.
BSFF has been around for 10 years. It's been patronized
one of the first
over
questions
the years.
An industry person would ask is, why?
Oh, but I think industry people know
but Kwame,
the Black Star International Film Festival.
Gloria was here. Mind you, she also said something. The industry is divided. As Robert said, people pick and choose. So
I think that's a natural disposition, if you ask me.
Yes,
people
but
decide where to go.
Exactly.
But we're talking about education.
Yeah, but we are not asking you.
Oh, I know.
He's only contributing his 2 cents.
Yes. So so Robert, the people who would choose to go to Ivan Kwashiga obviously will be different. People might not go to Gillette. So that one day, it is what it is.
All right. All right. Well said. Well said. But we have a visitor.
Yes.
We are angry.
I'm sorry.
We are not happy.
I'm really sorry. I apologize. All the blame on me. I'm really sorry.
Sing one song before we forgive you.
Put the blame on me.
Oh Lord.
Sing one of your songs before we forgive you.
And my voice is also broken.
It will not to open.
If every pain we go through in this life left as a scar, I wonder how I would have looked like. You will be running away from me, 'cause I'll be scary by now. Yeah.
Asa.
I will.
We have a Rabiner right here with us. We announced early on that she would be here. She's here, but she's not here in time.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to say you are late.
Say it.
You are late. Why?
Very late.
Why are you late?
Oh, God of heaven.
We were waiting to listen to the EP, The Grace Overflow. The Grace Overflow.
Yeah, I was late.
The time.
The time that was given me.
Then go out.
Terribly late. I mean, more about For a reason I can't say here, I had to be driven. I can't drive myself. The person had to come from, I said North and South Pole.
Poles, no.
And we miscalculated traffic in Ading. The world would understand later.
We are very sad.
I'm really sorry.
But the Grace Overflow EP is out already.
It's out.
How many songs? 4?
4. You know Ebefa already. You love
Ebefa.
And then the new 3 that came to join is all Only I Know.
Yeah.
Your Goodness. I featured Yada from Nigeria. And then Grace. Powerful songs they are.
Yeah.
Songs.
When are you leaving?
No, we're Ghana. You took one year car.
Then I was through. So we better not on power back why you're.
No, change of plan. Okay. And somebody holds me to my word.
I get it. Never.
Yeah.